Guys, I try not to get political on this channel, but sometimes we've got to talk about the controversial topics of our time. Today, I turned on the TV and it was showing the weather forecast. Who cares about the weather? We want to talk about the real issues of our time, like chess.com nerfing Nelson, for example. Like, he's been nerfed. The maverick of the chess community, the most aggressive bot there is, someone we all look to and love, frankly. And the chess.com have just taken that away. So today I'm playing Wilson versus Nelson. Wilson is a 1200 bot, and you all know Nelson, the 1300. So there shouldn't be that range of like human error with like a 1200 human might beat a 1500 if they're playing well on a good day. But these are bots. The 1300 should beat the 1200, right? So we get like 3 moves of theory, and then as you'd expect, guys, it's Nelson. He does what he does. Things go mental. He loves bringing the queen out. He does that again today. And Wilson defends with the pawn, just hitting the queen. Queen steps in, and pawn push in the centre by Wilson. Probably should have taken the free pawn, but here we see this is where Nelson was nerfed. We know this. Nelson now trades queens where before he wouldn't have. So that's taken the sting out of Nelson's tail, you know? So here, for some reason, Wilson breaks in the centre at nothing and gives away this pawn. And by the way, guys, sometimes it is okay to give away this pawn if you get to recapture with like a bishop and get really quick development. But this pawn can't be recaptured by a piece. You've just got to recapture with a pawn. And it gives you these horrible isolated pawns as well at the end. So yeah, so Nelson comes out trying to get aggressive, you know, trying to fight with his claws instead of his sting. And Nelson just doesn't take the pawn, you know. But we want to talk about Wilson today as well, because Wilson has also got some major issues in his game. So, apologies, my phone. So Nelson, you know, being his charismatic self, trying to get in, trying to do some attacking business, and comes in with this little check here, which it doesn't really do much. And then Nelson just decides here, you know, that the bishop's hanging. The logical move would be bishop back, right? Nelson strikes at the edge of the board, pushes the pawn, hangs the bishop. Okay, and now knight's coming out. So obviously Wilson just kicks the knight, and then throws in this little check. This pawn block, I mean, is vulnerable to captures, so Wilson does just that. And then Nelson, again, proposing to trade material when he's already down material. What is he doing? What is he doing, guys? Wilson reinforces rather than captures, which is a high-level thing to do. And then just kicks the knight out here. Now, I had these 2 games open on 2 tabs, and I was playing one move, one tab, one move, the other tab. And I don't actually know the squares on the board, so you know, obviously the board was like the other way around on each tab. So this took me like half an hour to do this game, guys. So leave me a like if you're enjoying it. So Nelson comes out, bash with the rook, trying to get aggressive, and Wilson pretty solid that look in that move, just tucking the king away right in the center of this clump. And yeah, this move, it looks good on the surface, and Engine's saying it's best move. But actually, where is this knight going to go in the future? For example, if they play king up here. And that's just what happens. The knight gets trapped, so you've got to be careful. Yeah, white could have played back here and tried to get out. But generally, moves like this can be overextending, guys. I just want you to like look out for them sort of things. And Wilson tries to trade rooks, but obviously Nelson he's still got a bit of his old self. He just takes the piece, casual from Nelson. Wilson just loses a pawn here in favor of putting the knight on the edge of the board where knights are notoriously strong. So rook centralizes. Rooks are together now. Okay, and now Nelson tries to create some sort of counterplay against this king. And actually, that probably would have been best, would it? What if this? Surely you take the pawn here, Nelson. The engine's saying taking was okay. So anyway, Nelson knows better than me in this case, guys. And here Nelson has some sort of chances with these passed pawns. Like, look at him go. And here it's the final nail in the coffin of Nelson. And now this game takes a nasty, nasty twist, guys. But in my heart, and I think in the hearts of the people, we're going to say Wilson won this game. He forks Nelson's king and rook, wins the rook, and then a touch of class from Wilson here, just winning the pawn, and now it's all over for Nelson, our buddy. So, yeah, Wilson won in the hearts of the people. Yeah, a little promotion, but it's futile, and now, yeah, this is where it gets so disrespectful to, like, even like 600 chess players would know that you just push the pawn. Like, Wilson is a 1200 and he doesn't know what to do. Look at him. He's just giving random checks which do nothing. Just put the rook here and push the pawn. It's so simple. And like, guys, this is where I was sat here for like half an hour trying to play these moves out with these two tabs, and I started losing my mind. Pawn push is fine. The king is trapped off on the back rank. So king, all right, so just take this pawn and push the pawn, right? And Wilson throws in some absolutely controversial moves. Here, I don't know what Wilson's doing. He's repeating. Nelson decides to take. Wilson has a tendency to just throw in checks which do nothing. And then hangs the rook. But fair enough, you're going to promote to a queen and give mate, right? Just wait. Just watch. Wilson promoted to a rook. Absolutely BMing on Nelson. Nelson, the legend. The young pretender Wilson here. Just absolutely showing complete disrespect to Nelson. And by the way, guys, leave a like. Every like here is a signature to get Nelson unnerved. So, and by the way, if the channel gets to 1,000 subs by the end of this month, I'm going to get the guitar out and sing a song about chess. So if you want to see that, I'm almost hoping it doesn't happen because it's going to be embarrassing. But here we start to realize that while Wilson is the people's champion in this matchup, did get a clearly winning position, Wilson has a little gap in his knowledge. He doesn't know how to mate with rook and king, and here Wilson just sliding to the edge of the board with his king, thinking that the rook can mate all on its own. Like, what is this move? Why? Again, super rude to the weaker players amongst us, who even like a 200, 300 rated chess player knows that, you know, you need to somehow, even if you don't know exactly the method of how to mate with rook and king, you know that you need to get your pieces to work together, and this is never going to be mate because the king has, 6 escape squares. So, and here it's it's these moves here, guys, which were driving me mad when I was working on the two tabs trying to put all the moves in. Like, why? Engine's saying it's best move. It's not the best move. Self-analysis. So, again, just Nelson chasing the rook around. And there's a few points in this endgame where Nelson actually just takes his king to the edge of the board to just rolling over and saying, Wilson, you beat me fair and square. Come and mate me. And Wilson just, like this, guys. He has the king locked off. He's trapped the king in this end of the board. And then he says, I'm going to let you escape. I'm going to give you all this space to run around. Because, yeah. So, guys, bring the king. If any of you don't know how to mate with rook and king, bring the king. So that's Nelson and Wilson, the battle of the bots. I hope you enjoyed that one. Again, sad to see Nelson being nerfed, and well, he got this was a draw by 50 move rule. It was disgusting. It really was. And yeah, it was quite interesting actually, because it showed a draw even before the 50 moves. The engine saying it's a draw because you can't mate the king in time before it's the 50th move. So quite interesting that. So like and subscribe, like I say, guys, and cheers. See you next time.